So today's topic that I want to get into in the first session is artificial intelligence. And I think it's just so widely spread today. It's everywhere. So what I wanted to do is kind of go into like, hey, you're running a food business, for example. There's a lot of artificial intelligence going on. How is this going to affect me? Like, what can I take from this? How can my systems become better with artificial intelligence? There's a lot of things that fall under the umbrella of artificial intelligence. In today's world, ChatGPT and LLMs, generative AI, has become the mainstream AI. So for most people, or for many people, when we talk about AI, we're really talking about large language models. But it's not true. That's not the only AI out there. That's just the most prevalent. And it is a fantastic thing. It's really earth-shattering. But how does it really affect business? And how does it affect supply chain and food in particular? And that's where it gets a little bit tricky. Rather than going deeply into categorizing the different types of AIs, what I wanted to do is just talk about the nature of AI and sort of putting your problems, like the problems you have on a day-to-day basis, into two categories. One of them being what we call stochastic. And stochastic just means that it's basically the final solution is guessed by probability. And in some cases, the final solution, the output, there are many right answers to that. So for example, in language, when we're speaking to each other, there are a number of correct answers. Like if I say hello to someone, they could say hello back, or they can say hello, how are you back? And all of these are acceptable answers. So we are in essence doing stochastic things, probabilistic. And ChatGPT, being a large language model, does similar things. There's probabilities of answers. However, when we're working with supply chain and ERPs, it's not often that we're okay with many different answers. We're usually only okay with one answer. There's one right answer. And that is called the deterministic. We want the same answer to come out for the same input. If I put A in, I always get 1. If I put B in, I always get 2. If I put A in, I don't get 2, right? Because it's not like a possibility of 1 and possibility of 2. It is exact, it's precise, it's deterministic. And that's most of the ERP world is deterministic. We're dealing with traceability, we're dealing with costing, we're dealing with inventory valuations, we're dealing with money. All of this, we can't just throw dice. This has to be exact. And so using something that is probabilistic, like ChatGPT or large language models, isn't going to cut it for us for that. So you must be thinking, okay, so this is really not going to work for us, right? Not quite. It will be useful. And the reason for that is many of the tasks that humans do, then when they're interacting with the ERP, sometimes have multiple right answers. And if the agent, so to speak, the LLM agent, is as good as deciding what is the right answer as the human is, or better, then we have created something that is useful. People make mistakes, right? And if the AI makes less mistakes than the people, even though the AI makes mistakes, then it might be worth it to use an AI. But in my mind, there's always going to be a human in the loop, going over what happened, making sure that it is the right thing, and then approving it going forward. So you can't really let these things go 100%, at least in my opinion, right now. But we at Enacta we're thinking about both areas very seriously, but we're also heavily focusing on the deterministic side, because we feel like the deterministic side, which is finding the right answer always, is going to be something that's going to be even more amazing for ERPs. But one thing that you have to though really make sure is, first of all, you gotta have data. You have to have lots of data, and the data needs to be in the right format, and it needs to have high fidelity. It needs to be organized correctly and described correctly. Because the AI works on data. The more data in the right format you have, the better. The higher fidelity of data, the better. Like for example, if you look at costing, you want to have the costing follow the product all the way through. If your ERP today is really tracking the costing effectively from the beginning of the supply chain all the way to the end, down to the weight level, for example, and you have all this data, then that's going to make things that the AI does with that data so much more effective. If you just worked with quantities, but the costing is done in aggregate, for example, and I know that many systems do that, we try not to do that, and we want to do the costing all the way through to the nitty-gritty. But if you do it on the aggregate, you lose fidelity. So you no longer have that crisp data. And if you don't have that crisp data, the AI is not going to help you, because it's not there. It can't learn if the data isn't there, you can't learn. So it's so important to have the data right. Also, the data needs to be accessible extremely fast. You want the AI to be able to read real-time data fast and be able to analyze that. And it is critical that you have set up, the proper tools for that, like be it ETL tools or anything similar. And finally, like being in the cloud is great, because if you're in the cloud, the data can be easily moved through pipelines where the data can be learned by AI or monitored by AI or analyzed by AI and give you correct and right predictions. So those are very important points. And we strive to, of course, have all that ready and be at the forefront of that. But to just close this out, AI is a huge topic, huge. There are many aspects of AI, many categories. The one that's being touted today with ChatGPT and large language models is just one of them. And it is the most flashy one. But there are others that are also progressing very fast, which are highly effective. The way to sort of adopt the AI into your organization is by being on the right platforms, making sure your data is going in correctly, having high fidelity, being in the cloud, and also adopting the culture slowly to this, getting your staff involved, your processes involved with the AI tools that are there. And ultimately, the people will just become stronger, being able to make better decisions, do more, and make the company more profitable in the end with AI.